My amazing people, welcome back again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If this is your first time here, please like, comment, share, and most importantly subscribe to this channel. And to my returning family, thank you for always standing by me. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Now let me be very quick with this intro because this gist is hot, and we need to enter it straight. Guys, what Brian Okara said recently has shaken the Nollywood space in a way nobody expected. When I first heard it, I had to pause. I replayed it again. I asked myself, did he really say this? And yes, he did. Calmly, confidently, without noise, without drama. And that is exactly why people are now paying attention. Because when a man like Brian speaks, you don't rush it. You listen. Brian came out and described Sonia Uche not just as a colleague, but as someone who understands him deeply in the industry, someone who brings out the best in him whenever they work together. He said acting with Sonia feels natural, effortless, and powerful. According to him, once Sonia is on set, he already knows the project will be excellent. That alone is not small talk. That kind of statement is loaded, whether people want to accept it or not. Now, let's slow down and unpack this properly. In Nollywood, actors praise each other every day. But there are levels to praise. There is the "she's talented" praise, and there is the "she understands me" praise. Those two are not the same thing. When a man says a woman understands him better than anyone else in the industry, that is not ordinary grammar. That statement alone has fueled weeks of speculation, debates, and hot arguments online. And as expected, once Brian said that, people immediately dragged Maurice Sam into the conversation again. As if Maurice and Sonia have not explained themselves enough times. As if they have not said repeatedly that whatever they had was in the past. As if people are deaf when celebrities speak. Let's be honest with ourselves. Sonia and Maurice had chemistry. Nobody is denying that. Even blind people saw it. Their movies were fire. Their energy was loud. Their connection was obvious. But chemistry does not always mean marriage. Chemistry does not always mean forever. Sometimes, chemistry is seasonal. Sometimes, it serves its purpose and expires. Maurice himself has come out to say he is not in a relationship with Sonia. Sonia has also said the same thing. So why do fans still force this narrative? Why do people refuse to move on? Is it because they enjoy the fantasy too much? Or is it because they don't want to accept that Sonia has grown into a different phase of her life? Now let's talk about Brian Okara properly. Brian is not loud. He doesn't trend every week. He doesn't fight online. He doesn't drag women. He doesn't use relationships for content. He minds his business, acts his movies, and goes home. In an industry filled with noise, Brian is silence. And sometimes, silence is very attractive. One thing people don't understand is that maturity looks boring to people who are addicted to drama. When a man is calm, focused, respectful, and private, people start saying he's too quiet or not exciting enough. But those same qualities are what keep relationships alive in the real world, not on Instagram. Sonia herself is not a loud person. Go through her social media. She posts work. She posts promotions. She posts life. She does not come online to explain herself every day. She does not drag people. She does not fight fans. She does not compete. She simply lives. Now imagine two calm people, both focused on work, both avoiding unnecessary noise, both protecting their peace. Tell me, doesn't that sound like a better match than two people constantly under public pressure? People also noticed something else that many ignored. If you check Sonia's YouTube movies closely, Brian Okara appears in her projects more frequently than most other actors. And no, before anybody starts shouting, this does not automatically mean they are dating. But in this industry, repeated collaboration usually means comfort, trust, and alignment. Actors don't just work with people they don't feel safe with repeatedly. Especially not women who are very intentional about their brand. Let's also address the elephant in the room. Some fans believe that because Maurice and Sonia once dated, that means nobody else should come near Sonia again. That mindset is toxic. Life does not work like that. People grow. People learn. People move on. Relationships end, and new chapters begin. The fact that Sonia once loved Maurice does not mean she must remain emotionally tied to him forever. Maurice himself has moved on. He has been linked strongly with Pearl Watts, and from all indications, that situation seems serious. Gifts, public appearances, birthday gestures, all signs are there. So why is Sonia not allowed to also move forward in peace? This is where fans need to calm down and breathe. Brian describing Sonia as someone who brings out the best in him does not mean he proposed on the spot. But it does mean there is deep respect, admiration, and connection. And let me tell you something many people don't like to hear, many marriages started from friendships that looked ordinary to outsiders. Another thing that caught attention was when Brian said their relationship is very good and solid. He didn't say romantic. He didn't say dating. He didn't say lovers. He chose his words carefully. That alone shows emotional intelligence. It shows someone who understands how the internet works and refuses to feed unnecessary drama. But fans don't care. Fans had good relationship and turned it into wedding loading. Now let's talk about the marriage angle. Brian has hinted before that he would surprise his fans this year. He didn't say how. He didn't say when. But people are already connecting dots. And honestly, in Nollywood history, we have seen many surprise weddings. Actors who never posted their partners suddenly woke up married. So nothing is impossible. If tomorrow news breaks that Brian Okara is getting married, many people will be shocked, but those who pay attention will not be surprised. He is that kind of man. Quiet moves. Loud results. One thing I respect about Sonia is that she doesn't chase validation. She doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. If she is happy, she will be happy quietly. If she is in love, she will love privately. And that mindset alone already sets her apart. Now let me say this clearly, so nobody misquotes me. Nobody is saying Maurice Sam is a bad person. Nobody is saying he didn't love Sonia. Nobody is saying their past was fake. What we are saying is that seasons change. People evolve. And sometimes, the person you loved yesterday is not the person you are meant to be with tomorrow. If Sonia is choosing peace, maturity, and growth, then that choice deserves respect. If Brian and Sonia are just friends, then fine. Let them be friends in peace. If they are building something quietly, then fine. Let them build in peace. What is not fine is forcing narratives, attacking people, and refusing to let grown adults live their lives. At the end of the day, relationships are not fun projects. They are real lives with real emotions. The internet will hype you today and disappear tomorrow, but the person you choose to be with will be there when cameras are off. Guys, let me hear your honest opinion. Do you think Brian and Sonia are just colleagues with strong chemistry? Or do you think there is something deeper that they are protecting from public noise? Do you think Sonia is better off moving forward instead of revisiting the past? And do you think fans should finally let go of old ships? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let's talk respectfully. And please, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, this is your sign. Turn on your bell notification so you don't miss any hot gist. I see you in the next one.